Welcome to Church Online this morning. It's wonderful to be live with you. I've just had my coffee delivered by the coffee guy.
Morning, me too. Not by the guy, by the coffee mom.
The coffee mom, right. So, sure, this is definitely a learning curve for many of us. I don't know that we ever thought we would be doing this, Tracy.
This is crazy. I think we've spoken about doing this, and it's been on the cards about us going live at some stage and doing something like this. But it, I guess, was kind of forced upon us with a week to sort everything out. So yeah, it's been fun.
So Trace, you're not necessarily in PE right now. You decided to escape to?
I am in Cape Town with my family. So I decided to come spend lockdown here. So I brought all my stuff with me, all my computers and everything. And I haven't been outside the property, so I don't know what Cape Town looks like, but yeah.
Well, I have attempted to create some separate, different spaces for us as a family to kind of navigate. So we kind of cordoned off our front garden, expanded a little bit in our back garden, pitched a tent for the kids.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah, we're trying to make the most of the space that we have. And obviously what are we on? Day 3. We've started day 3.
Yeah, day 3.
Yeah. And
I see we've got a couple of people online who are watching us.
Awesome.
We have Jonathan is there, Sean, Kendall, Hilton. I mean, at the moment, that's all my family I see. We've got Wendy, Sharon. Wow, we've got a whole bunch of people over here watching. Fred, Marshall. What are you, how is everyone? What are you doing? How are you surviving lockdown? If you can type something in the comments, we'll be able to see them and read them out to everyone.
Awesome. So one of the things that is absolutely amazing is that when people are kind of confined, or when they're under pressure, or when they are kind of in this kind of interesting space of not too sure where to go, what to do, I'm absolutely amazed at the innovation that people come up with, and I've actually seen it in my kids. So
yeah,
to find that people are now all of a sudden doing these things that they never thought they would be doing. So I'm wondering, maybe there's somebody who's got a suggestion in terms of what they've been learning. I've actually thought about the piano and thinking, hang on a second, I've got a piano in my lounge. I did piano in high school, junior school actually, not even in high school. I'm thinking,
oh wow,
maybe it's time to pick up the guitar, which is also in the garage somewhere. So Trace, what are you going to attempt to do in the next little while to upskill? Because that's really what it is. It's upskilling.
The first 3 days I've definitely upskilled in terms of tech. So I've learned all sorts of stuff about like how to do Facebook Live and like properly, and all sorts of with more people and all that kind of stuff. Building website stuff, all of that has been really cool. So I've learned a lot of stuff about that. I haven't had a chance to get cooking yet, which I'd like to do. And yeah, I'm not too sure. We'll see. I haven't got there yet.
It's I think a very interesting time. What has been incredible for me personally is to see just how my news feeds have flooded with the most amazing worship music, the most amazing encouragement, like from, this is the thing, is that this is impacting us around the world. And so from Australia right the way through to the United States and everywhere in between, up and down, people are offering some of their content, free, so you can find material. You can really make an effort to kind of connect with God in so many more ways. And I think it's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I mean, so we're going to talk a little bit to Jules later, but the kids material that we have today is because Orange offered their resources for free. So yeah, that's been amazing for us to be able to use that, and people have just been super generous in terms of generous and creative. So that's been amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, I see we've got a whole bunch of people saying hello Shelley. Wendy Harris says they are doing well. Hello Heidi. Oh, there's a whole bunch of people watching here. I haven't seen anyone giving us some creative ideas yet. I'm waiting for those to come through. Maybe people, I think, are waking up a little bit still.
All right. So perhaps now's the time to just say hi to Julie. She's going to be joining us, and we're going to chat just a little bit about parenting and how to navigate this little 21-day holiday. Jules, are you joining us?
I hope so. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
How are you this fine Sunday morning?
I'm very well, and you guys?
Good. Welcome to Church Online, live on Facebook. Who knew?
Thank you. Yeah, so my new skill today has been doing this. I have no idea what a Zoom call is and what it takes to make it work. So I'm super grateful for my hubby. And yeah, he got things going for me this morning, because I would much rather have a face-to-face conversation than a tech conversation. But this is incredible. I must say I'm super grateful for this. So yeah.
Yeah. What's actually been amazing is how even as a family, so my sisters, my mom, it's one of the ways that we're using to connect as a family. We get to see each other face to face, and we still get to manage, well, not manage, but just to be in each other's lives, I guess. And
absolutely.
And so thank you, Jesus, for this kind of platform, because it's so important.
So my mom lives across the road. Not everybody knows that, but she lives literally 5 steps away from us. But she is self-quarantining. She's just turned 70. My brother is here from the UK, so he is in an Airbnb, and we are doing WhatsApp calls so that we can just see each other. And one of us does the shopping and delivers it at the other people's doors. So yeah, it's we find ourselves in a very strange season with having our school-going children, and for us Rooties, a non-school-going child at home with us 24/7. And I'm not sure about everybody else, but it can feel really suffocating at times. But I have a very
What do you because I think, I mean, I can certainly tell you from my perspective with small children, having small children in the house, what are you doing with your teens that is that's helping you as a parent stay sane, I think?
Yeah, so what we've done is we actually very relaxed about everybody's routines. Eating times is basically the same, and bedtime is basically the same, but during the day we're very flexible. What we have implemented, though, is an 11 o'clock family talk meeting, and everybody has to bring something to that meeting. So David's job is to bring a joke, which he's very good at, for those who know David. My job is to bring a positive or a motivational word, and the boys have to bring a fun and interesting fact that they've had to go and research. So our first one was yesterday, and it went well. And then the family meeting is followed by chores. Unfortunately, those still have to be done. We are very, very blessed to have a housekeeper 3 times a week, who obviously is at home with her little family. So we've got to do the work now, and it's amazing. Our kids have just jumped on board, and they're just doing it. So yeah, and other than that, we're keeping social media down to a minimum. We are not watching the news. It's probably for my sake more than any others, because the anxiety just skyrockets. So yeah, we're very careful about what we talk about. Try to keep things positive. We're doing what we're being asked to do by our president, and more than that, we're just enjoying our time together. Playing lots of table tennis, doing lots of puzzles, playing Mexican Train, walking on the treadmill.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what we're
wonderful.
saying.
Wonderful. So I had a little family meeting on Thursday night before this all started, because my Annabelle and Zachy are 9 and 7, and so they don't necessarily talk about their anxiety levels or kind of what's happening. But it was actually amazing to watch. On Thursday evening, early evening, we had supper with just our immediate family, and at 6 o'clock it was the call to prayer, and we didn't go online to join those that were praying online, but we did stop as a family around the dinner table and pray. And Zachy walked into the room and he actually joined us. And about 2 minutes later, Annabelle came into the room and actually joined us. And I, it was quite a moment for me, because my children, who had been in another part of the house, had willingly willingly participated in that. And I was actually quite taken aback, because I thought, I don't have to make my children do these things. They're actually
they're choosing it.
They're choosing to do it.
And
I think yeah. And so for me, I think I don't know that everybody knows this, but we are implementing our kids' church online today. And
yay.
And I just think I think it's really exciting, because I mean, as a parent who's heavily invested in our church life and as a family as well, I think it's so important that we start modeling, or we continue to model worship and word and that kind of thing in our environment. And it was actually amazing last week when we did. Yeah, last week we did church online. We did it in the evening, and obviously evenings are a little bit quieter for us, which is rather nice, because we normally choose to watch something on the TV as a family, or maybe play a game. But my kids actually sat and listened to Ben's sermon. I was like, "Go Ben!" And so I think we underestimate our kids.
Absolutely. Yeah, so we are. I'm very grateful for all of those in the background who've done all the hard work of finding the material and putting it together. Ben and Belinda and Tracy and you and whoever else. I have been on leave this week, so I'm very, very grateful to this incredible team that we have at Warmer. I'm blown away. So thank you guys so much, and enjoy the kids section. Enjoy the kids part. Yeah.
Right. Thanks for joining us, Jules. I'm sure we'll be doing this again in the next couple of weeks, but it was wonderful to have you join us.
God bless everybody, and God bless your children and your families. Lots of love.
Thanks, Jules. So Trace, I don't know if we've got any comments from our listeners, those who are participating, who are joining in. Maybe you want to give a shout out to a couple more people who have who've decided to join us live this morning.
Yeah, so no one giving us some ideas yet, but yeah, I know. I think the coffee hasn't kicked in yet. It's only day 3, so maybe next week people would have got a little bit more innovative and figured out some new stuff and some new tips. And maybe we need to find out some kind of what we'll have to set up something for people's top tips on how to survive lockdown. But yeah, we've got some people from all over the place. I believe there was Megan from, not Megan, Meegs and Gus from Australia, Andrew, Ramsbottom from New Zealand. We have, Hannah Applegate from the States. She was on last year's Bethel mission team. So we're hoping, I don't even know if I should say so, but we obviously know Bethel aren't here this year, but we're hoping at some stage over the next couple of weeks to chat to some of those people who would have been on the trip.
Oh man, it would have been amazing.
So just to connect with them and find out what's going on that side. And we've got Justin Wills. Some of you might remember him. He is in our church. He's in George. So we literally have people all over the place who are watching. Justin just gave a top tip. He says,
Ah,
invest in your hobbies.
invest in your hobbies. I've got to find some.
I think we've got to remember those hobbies that we love doing, but just don't find the time to do.
Exactly. I think sometimes when you start having children, the hobbies kind of, lose their lose their importance. Okay, so one of the most amazing initiatives I think that we have started in this time is our relief fund. And so I'm going to invite Audrey to join me now as we talk a little bit about those who are poverty stricken and who desperately need our help. And so welcome, Audrey, to our Church Online.
Thanks, Leanne. Lovely to be with you. Yes. And enjoying the conversation.
Absolutely. Audrey, perhaps you want to kind of give us a little bit of a little info session about our COVID-19 relief fund.
Yeah, and before I get to that, I think mission is on a whole new trend here.
It is very much so.
And I think all of us following the President's protocol, the hygiene protocol of staying at home, I think is going to be essential in preventing this virus from reaching people. And so I think our mission as members of this church, sitting at home, is to really try and make contact with people, especially in townships, in rural areas, informing them of how important it is to keep your social distance and wash your hands. I think we all have domestic workers. Some of us have businesses. And so it's about connecting with them as well. Not just how are you, but are you aware of the importance of the hygiene protocol? I've been watching a bit of news other than Julie, and I've been just realizing even at Airport Valley, getting some feedback from Michael and Jessica, who were handing out food parcels there last week, saying people are not adhering to the protocol. They're queuing up very close to each other. We've seen this on television. People are not aware, and we must understand that not everyone has access to internet and info like we do. We are bombarded. We literally need to put it off. But they don't know the seriousness of the matter. And so I think just a friendly call to your domestic worker or people working in your business that are perhaps now at home in rural areas or in townships, where people are really living on top of each other often, to please very seriously not to let them panic or cause anxiety, but just to let them understand how vital it is that they keep their distance, that they wash their hands, etc., etc. So I think for us, being at home, this is something we can do from our armchair. And then secondly, really, I think praying, of course we are praying, but praying for our government and all the departments that have been deployed in terms of health, in terms of social development, police, that are really steering this whole COVID-19 prevention is key. We have decided to initiate the COVID-19 relief fund because we can't go to people as such and take them food. As I said, our food parcels had been going out last week. We're not sure about this week. It all depends. The situation is unfolding as we are going along. But we are aware that people like in our Bread of Life, they are still packing. They will be handing out, I think, on the 24th of April again. They are in need of funds in order to pack their food parcels at the soup kitchen. But then also other organizations that we are partnering with, like MES, who is that is a shelter for a lot of people living together. So if people EFT to Warmer Methodist Church, referencing COVID-19 relief fund, we can help that money actually goes to the people and organizations. I'm just thinking of Maranatha as well. I mean, surely this is children there. I mean, they've got to buy more soap, more food. Children that might have been, going out to family during the holidays, probably now not there. I'm not sure, but I'm just thinking there are a lot of organizations that we partner with that are still continuing their services that we can support. So if our family would be as kind to not just support our church financially, but also specifically for people in need, where we could possibly get some food and basic necessities too, like hand sanitizer or soap. It is easiest now, and thank God for technology, that we can actually deposit money into people's bank accounts, and they can access it, and they can go to the shop and buy their own food. So we've got to trust people, we've got to trust organizations, but this is certainly a way that we can very practically help people. There's also a credit card facility or number on our website. I think it's on our website that people can access for people overseas wanting to contribute to the fund.
Yeah, it's part of our online, our church online this morning, is that we've given people options to give either through EFT, through Zappa, and now we've added Yoco, which is a credit card facility. So I think that's very exciting, Audrey, because it gives people opportunity to be generous. And I think that's one thing that we've seen. In fact, Tracy and I were chatting about it earlier, is that people have realized that those who have much, there is always opportunity. I mean, we've been on the receiving end of an incredible generosity at this time. And so, you know, it's like generosity begets generosity, right? And so we have to recognize that there are people, and this is my heart, is to actually recognize that there are going to be desperate people out there. You know, we're only day 3, and we've got another, you know, 18 days to go, and who knows, maybe longer, we don't know. But for now, it's just the 21 days. But I feel like, you know, I was chatting to the guy on the side of the road. I bought Avos. Not that I'm going to eat all the Avos, but because actually I wanted him to get the 50 Rand that he was going to charge me for the Avos. And he said to me, "Ma'am, I don't know how I'm going to eat." So I said to him, "That's why I'm buying Avos today," because I needed to support the man on the side of the road, you know, attempting to put food on the table for his family. And it's those people who actually need our support now more so than ever before.
Can I say that the government has made a number available for food parcels via social development, and the number is 0800 428 8364, and perhaps Tracy can put that on our website, 0800 428 8364, and that is specifically for people in need of food that can call in. Social development will answer them, get some details, and get a food parcel to them. And then secondly, we have set up, or government has set up, shelters across the city for homeless people. And so Warmer Town Hall is one of the shelters for homeless people. Our difficulty, and what I'm still trying to figure out, is how do we get things there? At the moment, I think, you know, if you have things, games, clothes, food, hygiene, soap, things, maybe just to phone the local police station if you can get through and ask them to collect. Just make sure that everything you send is sanitized. And then also, I know the shelter in Shorterville, they've got a delivery service. So someone that would actually come and collect things from your house and take it to the Jarman Hall in Shorterville, which is close to Newton Park. So if you live in that area, and you can donate food items, clothing, soap, games, because people need to be entertained somehow. You can WhatsApp. It's actually Uviwe that's running this transport from 9 to 11 o'clock in the morning, 9 to 11 only. And their number is 082 924 8941. I repeat that, 082 924 8941. So I think government is really trying to do a lot, and I think, as I said earlier, that our biggest challenge and mission is about keeping people adhering to the hygiene protocol. This is going to be key for us. People need to know how important it is because we can be carriers of this virus and not know it. So we've got to maintain very good hygiene protocol. And then I just wanted to mention, Leanne, our missionaries, our Combrink family in Tanzania, they are, Christine is still doing flights. He's a pilot there. So still fetching people in remote areas, taking stuff to where people need it. So people can pray for his protection, not to get the virus, and transfer his family, for his wife Amelia, also having to homeschool the 2 little boys. And then our Evans family, Paul in Heilbronn with Anita. Paul is now very much homebound. He's on the IT desk. You can imagine how busy he is. He says the kids keep on coming into the room and he's got to, dodge this ball. And Anita's having her hands full with the 2 little ones. Yeah. They're also buying a home at this stage.
Very exciting.
Moving to a slightly bigger home with a garden. So, but at the moment they're still healthy. They don't have the virus, but of course Germany is also very much in lockdown. So they are very much homebound. So just to pray for them, and maybe if you would like to send them an email or a note, or even via our website or Facebook, that we can send on to them just to.
And and I'd love to see. Maybe we post that info that you shared with us on Facebook so that we can refer to it, because we're cleaning out our garages, remember?
Yes.
And at the same time, I think it's good to be sharing that information so that more people get to see it. So thank you for that. Right, I'm going to invite Tracy back. Thank you, Audrey, for joining us. It was wonderful. Thank you for sharing your heart. Tracy, we've had lots of comments, I understand. So I think that's amazing. Thank you for all of your interactions, everybody. Perhaps you want to mention 1 or 2, Trace?
Shelley Hall says that everything in her garden is getting pruned. Nothing is safe. So Jonathan is trying some getting to those books that he wanted to read. He's trying some meditation. He says try cooking something new. I don't know if Jonathan is going to be cooking something new or if he's just giving some encouragement to everyone else to cook something new. But Jonathan, when we get back to the office, we'd like to try what you have been practicing. And that looks like it. I just want to mention a website that you can, our website, on our website, you can go to, I'm just checking on all my screens over here.
Right.
You can go to Walmer Methodist .co.za/giving, and then all that information that Audrey was chatting about now will be on there. But just give me 10 minutes.
A little bit of time.
To update some of it. So I'll pop all that stuff that Audrey's been talking about. I'll pop that on there. So that's warmethodist.co.za/giving. And you can have a look at that information over there.
Okay. Right, family, it is time for church online, like never before. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Apologies if you've lost us a couple of times. There are some internet cables that cross the sea that are not operating at full capacity from what I understand. And so apologies if you have lost us. But trust me, we are still here. We will be here every week, probably at the same time, maybe a little earlier, but it would be great to catch you online again. Trace, any last words from you for the morning?
Yeah, I actually just really want to say thank you to Brendan and Sean and Benjamin, who have been working tirelessly in the background to make sure that all of this stuff happens. None of whom wanted to appear on the screen. But yeah, so they've been amazing, and I just want to say a very big thank you to them.
And they also, Brendan is messaging me saying, mention live worship, do it. I'm like, I don't know what that means, but
basically he wants Sean to play live worship on this, but Sean does not want to play live worship on this platform. So I think there's just a little bit of rivalry going on over there.
Absolutely.
But catch Sean. Sean has done pre-recorded worship. So this week we don't have YouTube videos. This week we have Sean in the flesh doing worship on our church online. So you can pop over there to go see that. So that's www.walmermethodist.co.za/church online. And then you can select the 9 a.m. service and or the kids' church or both, and be blessed.
Have a wonderful day, families, and we will be in touch soon. Keep a lookout on our Facebook page. We will be communicating there. Have a wonderful, blessed Sunday.